Hello, everyone. I hope y'all are doing very well and staying cool in both temperature and personality. It's Haley popping in solo real quick because I have some stuff to tell y'all. Firstly, I want to announce that my co-host and our bestie, Jake, welcomed his baby girl to the world last week. Ellie is healthy and beautiful, and Jake and Matt are so thrilled to be fathers of two. As I'm recording this, I'm literally waiting for them to get back from their first pediatric appointment with her so that I can meet my little niece. I'm so excited. I can't wait. Please give Jake some love and support wherever you follow us or him. Jake is truly an amazing father. It is the thing that makes me the most proud of him, and I am just so thrilled, and he's the best at it. Okay, so now for a little podcast update. We are several weeks ahead on recording because we wanted to be prepared for Ellie's arrival. I have no idea how or what happened, but my microphone had an insane buzz in the recording of episode 21. It's not in any of the others we've recorded, and our programming will continue as usual next week, so no worries there. But we decided to scrap the episode because it really truly sounds like I recorded it under a street lamp, and at a certain point I was convinced Jake put a vibrator in my microphone. Like, it is so damn annoying, y'all. But you know we couldn't leave you hanging with nothing this week. Way back when Jake and I recorded our 10 Commandment episode, I spontaneously told him the story of my 21st birthday. A story that is truly my most humiliating and lowest moment. I think I had maybe told 4 people about it. We put it on our Patreon for our paid subscribers there. But today, we're gonna release the audio for y'all. Please know what this podcast means to me for me to release this for free. This is my most humiliating moment, okay? So for our audio listeners, you can get a little taste of what our bonus content is like over on Patreon. And for our Patreon bugs, I'm still going to release a version of episode 21 later this week, try to take out as much of the annoying audio as I can. And I just trust that y'all aren't going to develop an unconscious bias that says I'm annoying as hell, since every time my mic is on, it's annoying as hell. Okay. We love y'all so much. We really appreciate your patience this week. Really, so much. Because I can't believe I'm about to share this story. I'm Haley Griswold.
And I'm Jake Deaton.
And this is The Lost Lore.
You never told me that.
I can't even believe that I'm going to tell you this, okay?
She wasn't supposed to tell this story right now, by the way. She mentioned it, and I was like, I have to hear it.
We haven't even started the actual episode we're recording today. Okay. Okay, so when I turned 21, I was going to NYU, and I lived on Washington Square Park with my roommate, Anita, who was
I know Anita.
80. Mm-hmm. An 80-year-old woman. Very,
her last name was Jerkoff, right? Anita Jerkoff.
She was such a nice lady, but and she was just, it was classic living with an old person. She was always in the living room. She was always there. But then my birthday's in December, and in the wintertime she would go to her house in Rochester. And I was just maybe for my birthday she'll leave, because I never had people come over, because it's weird to have your friends who are 21 come over to your granny's house.
How did you meet her again?
Facebook. Wow. And she only ever had students live with her.
That's sweet.
Which,
I like that.
And it's smart. But we had a really nice relationship. She told me that no one else ever talked to her, whereas every time I came,
of
we
course,
would
you girl and gabbed with Anita.
Every day we would sit down and chat. And this was this was my junior year, and my Nana died 2 months before I moved in with her.
That must have been therapeutic.
In a way. Oh, there's so many things. There's so many
Did
things.
she know it was your birthday?
I wasn't prepared to tell you this story, okay? She did know. She was a really, really, really nice lady. When I did that SNL background work, she stayed up several Saturdays in a row waiting, trying to see if she could get a glimpse of me before the Safe Light came out and said, don't ever put that shit on, you know?
The pedophile commercial, I remember.
All right, let me get there. Let me wrap this up so we can do the actual episode. Okay. I had come home the week of my birthday. My birthday was a Friday, I think, or something like that, or later in the week. And we lived across the street from a CVS as well. These are just the important, critical facts. And we have one bathroom.
What neighborhood were you in?
Washington Square Park.
Okay.
So one one bathroom. We each have our own nice little bedrooms, and it's a nice place. Like, this is what do you call it's a rent controlled building. It's really pretty. And like, still one of the nicest places I ever lived, but like not my vibe in terms of decoration, because it was very much, she'd been living there probably since she had been my age. Like, she lived there decades.
Was she ever married?
And yes, and we would talk about her ex-husband, and she described him as being like a huge asshole. But anyways, I came home from class, and there was like a weird smell in the apartment, and I was like, it smells so weird. It was like the best way to describe it was like a sweet but sour smell, and it was making my stomach churn, like. And for days, this smell is persisting. And we're for the first time ever, Anita and I'm not seeing her. Like, we're missing each other. I'm never seeing her.
Ships in the night.
And I loved going to CVS all the time. I'll have to go get my water. That is Coke Zero. And I was across the street one of those days, like Monday or Tuesday, and just something hit me in the stomach. That was like a whoosh. And I was like, I need a bathroom now. And so, like, I remember asking the lady at CVS, like, can I use the bathroom? And she was like, no, there's no public bathroom. So I was like, it's all right. Thank God my apartment's literally across the street. So I went across the street, and it was a false alarm. Got to the bathroom, a little pee, in and out. It's over. So then the next day, that smell is persisting. I'm still having some stomach churning, but I'm not having any production happening, if you know what I mean. So then the day before my birthday, all right,
Taylor Swift's birthday.
Taylor Swift's birthday and your mom's. I finally ran into her, and I was like, Anita, what is the smell in the apartment? And she was like, I shattered a jar.
You were gonna say I shat.
I
shat.
I shattered. Just hold that thought. I shattered a glass container of sweet fondue.
Like the cheese?
Like cheese, but
I
it was
see how that would be like a sweet
sour smell.
Yeah.
And because she's old, there was a part under the cabinet that she didn't get. Oh. So I looked under, and it was coated with this. And I'm gagging. I mean, and you know I have a weak stomach. So the smell is so bad. I cleaned it all up. I had gone to the CVS and got like non-light candles that I put under it to try to like get the smell out. All the windows were open. So then on my birthday, that Friday, I was like, I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to go across to CVS and get me a big old 2-liter of Diet Sunkist. Happy birthday to me. And I went over to CVS, and that wave hit me bad in the stomach. And I was like, no, I'm looking. I'm figuring out I might want to
It's a false alarm.
It's my birthday, and it's been a false alarm every single time. So I'm ignoring my own stomach. But it is persisting, and it's persisting. And finally, I'm like, I need to be serious. Let me get my fucking ass home.
What if this was like an episode of I Didn't Know I Was Pregnant? And you're telling me that you gave birth on your 21st
When I tell
birthday.
you this story, you might be like, that would have been a better alternative.
What is coming?
Okay, so then I go to CVS on my birthday. It hits me, and I come back home. Crawl back home is how I should say. It was difficult getting back home. I lived on the 3rd floor. We had the slowest elevator ever. It was hard. Like, the elevator was not. So I'm like, stairs right now. So I climb up the stairs, and it's one of those. You know when it's a sweat?
When it's one of those.
When it's like, I need my clothes off. And remember, it's December. I'm in a coat.
Poop.
I'm in a okay. I
purge.
I get in, and I'm running to the bathroom. And I get there, and the goddamn door is closed. Anita,
jerk off.
who is 80 years old, is taking her weekly shower.
Oh, God.
Which lasts the full day. She's seriously in there for at least 2 hours. And she wasn't in there when I left. And I've only been gone 10 minutes. So we're at the beginning of this.
I would be freaking out.
I'm pacing in my room. I'm pacing back and forth. I'm pacing. I don't know what the fuck to do. And it is like, my eyes are watering.
And it's your birthday.
And it's my birthday. And I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Okay? I keep going back out to the door. I keep willing the door to open. And finally, I'm like, no, it's a false alarm. Please just pass. I had to take my 2-liter out of the CVS bag. I had to lay the bag on the floor. I had to shit in the bag.
Oh my God. On your birthday.
A lot of shit in the bag.
And was it liquid?
And I lived across the street from a bar. So I'm like staring out, looking at a bar. Literally like this on my 21st birthday.
A tear.
And you know what comes after a nice shit, a nice hot piss. So now I have to piss in the bag as well.
Is it leaking out?
So I hope this was the thing. Yes, it leaked the fuck out. And this is an old apartment with like long wood like paneling on the floor. So once I gather my bag, by the way, disposing of it is something we need to do.
The shit bag.
Yes, my shit bag. That there's no way to get into the nearest toilet to dispose of this.
And how could you even?
So no. And so yeah, like pour it out. Okay. So, and by the way,
I bet there's someone in New York who would have paid you good money for that bag.
Ew. Yeah, in most street corners of New York, there's a bag like that. But I was like, Mm-hmm. Oh, and let's not forget that I have no toilet paper, so I'm having to use the untouched parts of the bag to wipe my ass. Pretty much fucking cleaning off with some Sunkist. Like, it's so...
Your bidet.
It is
You're
so
squirting the Sunkist.
bad, Jake. Okay? So then, when I'm done and I stand up, yes, there is a bit that is in the floor. And now I'm having to clean up, and I'm running back and forth to the kitchen, because now I'm like, Anita can't
naked?
come out. It's like it's a sort of nightgown hiked up around the waist situation that's happening, a Gerber baby, if you will, kind of vibe. And
Henry's been in this exact situation
I'm like
before.
Scrubbing this, I'm cleaning it all up, I'm doing everything. Okay. Then that night, my best friend Maddie comes over for my 21st birthday because we're all gonna go out, and I'm like,
I can't believe that you still were rallying to go out.
I was like, yeah, this happened at like 8 a.m. on my 21st birthday. And so Maddie comes over that night, and she is like in my room, and she's like, keeps like being weird. Like, she keeps making these faces, and I keep being like, does it smell bad in here? Like, I have 6 candles going, like, I'm like freaking out. And finally I'm like, what? Like, what is it? What is it? And she's like, no, nothing. And I'm like, what?
The fact that Maddie's a better friend than I would have stepped into the room and be like, smells like shit in here.
Well, the good news was a friend was coming in to surprise me. So Maddie was struggling to not tell me this information.
Oh no.
So her thing was...
So she didn't even smell anything.
It wasn't that she smelled anything. It was that she was not trying to reveal to me that my friend was
visiting. And this
visiting.
whole time you're like, she smells.
So then when I find out my friend is coming to stay in this fucking room...
The shit room.
I'm like, happy goddamn birthday to me.
That is the most traumatic birthday story I think I've ever heard. Did you cry after?
I cried.
I would have been...
It was like, and I didn't even say at the top of this how much...
Shit.
You know that
just
is
shit. Blowing ass. Well, I think it's only fitting that for a story about number 2, we get 2 of them.
Okay, good.
Because I also have a very embarrassing number 2 story. Thank God it did not happen to me.
Tell me.
I don't think I've actually ever told you this also.
Okay, what?
But I have to say it was one of the most shocking. You know, it's one thing to be embarrassed, but I feel sometimes it hurts me worse when I am so embarrassed for another person that I want to like crawl like inside a little hole and just like never see them again. Do you know what I mean? Like just watching someone humiliate themselves is almost worse than getting humiliated.
Yes, yeah.
Well,
the secondhand embarrassment.
Yes, it's too much. At one of my jobs, as an adult, mind you, I had a coworker who was, should we say let go?
Okay.
They had a bit of a problem with the bottle.
Okay.
And which may have contributed to some of their stomach issues as well, let's say.
Okay.
So this coworker was fired. It was dramatic. It was, kind of like a big deal when it happened, but nothing really ever came of it. And about a month later, my coworker group chat, which we were all like very friendly at this job. We were like, kind of like shooting the shit, like the personality hires, but my big bosses were on this chat too.
Oh God.
And we had a rapport with each other and we had never taken this person off. And I just think it hadn't occurred to us or to them. It was like, it wasn't in like an iMessage. It was
They probably love still being in the chat.
Yes. And it's something that should have occurred to us because obviously it's like kind of weird to have a fired coworker in there, but it was in like a group me. Do you know that app? So it wasn't in like iMessage or anything. And we get a notification that they texted the group chat and I was like, this will be good. Like, I wonder if they're asking for something. And it was a voice memo. And so I was like, what is this? And it was like 3 minutes long. What? And at first I could just hear rustling, which made me realize, you could tell that it was like an accidentally recorded voice memo. And I was like, imagine if they're talking shit. Like that's just the most delicious, dramatic. And it's like all of this background noise sounds like a butt dial. And of course, I'm listening to the entire thing, taking notes just in case. All 3 minutes. Everyone else has departed after 20 seconds because they're like, oh, this was an accident. But I was like, what if there's something juicy in here? So I start hearing some kind of telltale sounds, let's say, of a certain room. No. There's an echo, shall we say.
No.
I hear the rustling of a belt, the dropping of some jeans. And I'm like, is this person about to like film themselves peeing? It wasn't pee. No. It was number 2.
No.
And you could hear everything.
No.
I swear, I do believe, like genuinely believe it was an accident because it wasn't like, there was like so much on the front end.
No.
But you can hear grunting.
No,
you can
grunting.
I'm going to do a little.
No, clearing his throat. Oh.
Plop.
Jake,
Plop.
Stop.
Then you get a little.
Jake, no more ASMR. Stop. Yeah. I'm gonna gag.
You can hear. You know how it's like. It's like a sphincter. You can hear it like. Kind of just like slapping back and forth.
What did you do?
Of course. So I was sitting next to my one coworker when I was listening to this, and I was like, "Did you hear this? Did you hear what they sent to the chat?" And they were like, "I don't think anybody will know. Like it's like a minute and a half into this 3-minute recording. Nobody's gonna listen to that." And I was like, "Baby, I've already texted everyone. I already texted my big boss. Did you listen? Did you hear what they sent to the group chat?"
Oh my God.
Baby, that's shit. And so, of course, everyone rushes in to listen. Everyone listens to the whole thing. And it is...
You've put it on the speaker.
Vivid.
Oh
vivid.
My God.
I mean, like, you can kind of like see it in your mind's eye. Like, I know what the consistency was. I was like, Chipotle.
Stop. I don't know anything
Chipotle
else.
for dinner.
Stop, Jake.
I could hear the little corn kernels coming
I'm done. You're sick.
It was so humiliating.
You're so disgusting.
But no one acknowledged it. It was like of course, like I hit keep, on the voice memo. We'll upload that for our Patreon bucks.
Stop.
It was so disgusting, Haley. And no one acknowledged it. The next thing that happened is like, I'm not going to say their name. I'll say John Smith. John Smith was removed from 2024-2025 cohort. It was so part of me is like, do you think he did it on purpose? Like
I don't know. I have to. I don't think
he was
so,
fired.
Right?
So like part of me is like maybe, but I'm like, that'll show them. Like me filming myself taking a dump.
Oh my God, any chance they had of like a recommendation or anything was gone.
It's horrible.
Oh my God, that's so disgusting. Oh my God. And I already know that one day, because you've told me this, you're going to send me a fucking disgusting voice memo, Jake.
I was thinking like how I would feel if I had done that. Mm-hmm. Like imagine if you sent that to a coworker and now you and I are coworkers.
You send that to me. HR is involved. You are in so much
You're going to come
trouble.
to HR. You know how in those TV shows where the one person is every job? You're going to turn to HR and I'm going to turn around in a chair. Can I help you? I'm the head of the HR department here at the Law Lore.
You're going to smack a fine and be like, you owe me $500. Oh, well,
Lordy.
that actually makes me feel a little better about mine. Oh God, thanks for tuning in.
Tell us if you want more shit stories. I got a bunch.
I have you. Love you.
the world.